by calling WNZK Radio at 248-557-3500. This is WNZK, Dearborn Heights, Detroit. Your ethnic superstation at 690 days, 680 nights.
Welcome to the bright side of aging. My name is Ike Engelbaum. I'm a pharmacist and the publisher of AmericanSeniorGazette.org. It has been wisely said, you cannot help getting older, but you can help getting old. It has also been said that age is a matter of the mind. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. My purpose in doing the show is so that seniors and caregivers can share their ideas and questions on how we can age gracefully and in a vertical position for as long as our good genes will allow. And if we've inherited bad genes, how to outwit them. Our topics include senior housing, financial, legal, safety, travel, health issues, interesting senior events in the community, and most of all, tips on how to put old on hold. When it's time to move, don't trust all your memories and most prized possessions to just some guys with a truck. Get personalized, first-class treatment from bonded and experienced moving professionals. If you're confused about all the details involved in moving from one household to another, call 1-888-489-8980. Is always the concern of who should I call about the utilities? How shall I handle my household appliances? What should I do about my pets? What do I need to handle in advance of the move? For a free brochure titled Practical Hints to Make Moving Day Easier, call Aberdeen Van Lines at 1-888-489-8980. We can even help you in selling your home or any furniture that you may no longer wish for your next move. Let Aberdeen help make your move a dream. So call 1-888-489-8980 now. Hi, Ike Engelbaum. I am really excited about a new sponsor, and that is Memory Health. These are vitamin capsules that you take 3 a day, and it improves your memory. Memory Health has been proven to be scientifically helpful for early stages of Alzheimer's. In fact, it has been claimed that it can even forestall Alzheimer's. Dr. Joel Kahn made this statement, in my more than 30 years of practicing medicine, no other product has ever come close to truly supporting brain health like Memory Health. It's a safe, natural supplement. If you need any more information, call 888-489-8980, 888-489-8980. And we're on, and hopefully you're on as well, even though it's sort of a foggy day in Michigan. That's where I am, and the beautiful part about Michigan, for those of you who have not been around the state, it is a fantastic, wonderful state to be in. And if you like 4 seasons, if you're one of those sunbirds that you just want sun all the time, well, we're not for you. We have sun at least about 2 to 3 months a year. We have snow for about similar time, and we have the autumn leaves. Sort of appreciate nature as it's going into the next phase of our seasons. And of course, there is spring, and you can spring forward and enjoy hopefully a couple of months of just seeing greenery in action, and then growing up. And growing up to become huge, wonderful views of nature. The wonderful thing about Michigan, because it has 4 seasons, you don't get a chance to get too bored with any one of them. The downside is that many times we get all 4 seasons in one day. But you deal with life as it is. Our mission on this program is to bring out the bright side of aging and to appreciate the life that you have, because it's the only life that you'll get. Sorry to tell you that. The good news is that if you surround yourself with positive-minded people and know the resources that are out there, you can live as long as your good genes will allow. And as I like to joke about it, it's the truth. If you've inherited bad genes, we can help you overcome them. And the only way you can do that is with knowledge. Anytime you have a friend or you yourself are in need of any of the wonderful services that we do have in Michigan, and we're talking basics, food, rent, and also transportation, call us at 888-489-8980. That's a service that we provide 24 hours a day, and we try to find the best deal possible for you. You know, I have a series of Ikeisms, and some of them are philosophical, and this one is philosophical. How many times have you heard, you get what you pay for? My Ikeism states that, true, you may get what you pay for if you don't know what options you have. If you do surround yourself with knowledgeable people, they can figure out a way legally that you can get more than you pay for. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to surround yourself with people that are knowledgeable in the blue and all that rigmarole that you have with red tape with our government. We have a lot of great politicians, but unfortunately we got a lot of bad ones that make the good ones not so good. But we are in a situation where we're still way ahead of any other country in the world. And one of the most knowledgeable and talented people in the healthcare field I regard as a real friend, and also an associate. How's that? Dr. Andre Lee used to be the hospital administrator in Highland General Park. And when Highland General Park closed the hospital, Dr. Lee decided he would tap into his talents and brain power, and he's got a lot of them. So he has started a non-profit organization that I'm pleased to be part of, which is devoted to educating health topics and also health resources. And the mission is to help minorities get into the medical field, because that ain't ever going away. And the wonderful thing that we have now, especially with artificial intelligence, we are literally skyrocketing out into areas that we never would have thought possible. And Dr. Andre Lee is actually not only knowledgeable in the healthcare field. As a hospital administrator, he started several hospices, and he's also an author. And I'm so glad that we were able to make a phone connection today. So hopefully you're at the other end, or at least I can speak to you, Dr. Anjali. Are you there, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm in Nashville at my hospice.
You are there.
Yeah, having a team meeting now, so and to that point about education, I just finished hanging up my exhibit on black medical schools, so I'm hoping my staff will take a look at them.
Wow, absolutely.
7 panels. I'm hoping they'll be knocked out of their boots.
Right. I'm sorry for interrupting, but are you on a speakerphone or something?
Yes, I am. What?
Right, because it's sort of
How's
muffled.
that? Is that better?
That is better, sir. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, sorry.
So, you also, a while back, were doing portraits of famous black individuals that really have made a dynamic difference in our society. Are you still involved with that at all?
Oh, yeah. I've done about 60 or 70 so far. I've lost count. It's quite a few, though.
And
caricatures. There are more caricatures. I'm not that good at art.
Right. Well, you send
I have fun with it.
Well, I published the American Senior Gazette, and the caricature you did of me is on one of the pages, so anybody...
well, I should have sent you some more then. I didn't know that.
And maybe we can get you to write an article down the line when you've got time. I know you're a busy guy, and the American Senior Gazette is now in a tabloid size, so anyone that's interested for a free copy, we've got fun cartoons and a caricature of me. All they have to do is call 888-489-8980. That's 888-489-8980. And actually, maybe we can even connect you if you're part of an organization or a church and you want to have a Zoom call. We can try to work that out so that you can benefit on a lot of the material that Dr. Lee has. So you actually have got the caricatures that can be personalized for people if they want to use them for sending out little notes to their friends.
Well, you can be. I've created posters out of them, and your church can use it as a fundraiser. I've developed some for my church. I put their church seal on it, and I put very good sayings like the Ike Engelbaum on the poster. And I even did one of my pastors. She loves her. She's on one too. And
well,
and people can buy them, and the money be used to go towards their church.
That's one of my philosophies too. I have what I like to call the PIE formula for fundraising, P-I-E. And P stands for pleading for donations. So we need the money.
Right,
and the sad part about that approach, in my opinion, is that if you're fortunate enough to be wealthy, where taking and paying after-tax dollars for different worthwhile causes is not a problem. But if you're of moderate means, even though you want to help, you have to help yourself first, so you don't have that much to give out. My idea, the E for PIE, stands for earn. Why don't you generate programs whereby people actually benefit, and also you get the benefit of the fundraiser? And your caricature idea is a phenomenal idea, where people want to send little notes to each other to make their lives a little more happy. Why not have the church get the caricatures? The church keeps part of the proceeds, and meanwhile you're communicating with your friends and relatives, and which you would want to do anyway. So
yes, absolutely,
absolutely. And likewise, you've got your health games similar to Jeopardy, which can be set up with Zoom, whereby you could have a big screen and actually do in-person and Zoom type of a quiz and give out prizes and raise money for the respective organization or church.
Have fun and learn at the same time.
Right. I mean, that's really the best way of learning. I'll never forget, I heard an interview way back when Walt Disney was on, was on a roll, so to speak, and he actually introduced cartoons into schools for young people to learn about life. And he made a very interesting remark, which is you can teach people, no matter how old they are, more with education and entertainment. He called it edutainment, where if you're enjoying something that's lighthearted and at the same time learn a lesson, it goes into the better part of your brain that you remember. So there is a lot to, and you're to be commended for that. I wanted to take a few minutes and discuss something that's very serious in life. We all know that we're going to pass on, although I must admit I participate in that saying, we all know we're going to have to die. Andy Warhol said, I know I'm going to have to die, I just don't want to be there when it happens. So, but
another Ike Engelbaum.
The truth of it is,
write that down.
The truth of it is that we unfortunately all are going to have to leave, and you were actually clever enough to put together a book called Loose Ends, right?
Yes, sir. And you reminded me of that at the top of the show when you were giving some people advice on some other matters and told them to call you. And I said, boy, I should mention some of the things I have in Loose Ends, because there are things that people need to have. People don't want to talk about wills. This is amazing to me, because I guess you have to face the reality that you're saying, well, I'm going to check out eventually. But what you want to do in a will is to document what you have, and for your family and loved ones, and there are many, many valuable items that you have that you need to designate who gets what. Because in my business, of course, we see a lot of people transitioning, and we see families fight over material things. And you don't want that to happen. I mean, if you say this goes to cousin Ian's daughter, and the other goes to cousin John's son, there's no argument there. They may not like it, but it's your stuff, and you said this is where I want it to go. It's really as much for the family as it is for your stuff. You can't take it with you, right?
Right.
So you face the reality.
Right.
Catalog this stuff.
Right.
Now, and designate who gets what.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I just bought a bunch of. I'm an art collector, and I just bought a 6 paintings this past weekend. My curator came passing through Nashville, and I intended to buy but 2, but my wife got into it, and that doubled it. And then I ended up buying more, at least 6, which I didn't intend to buy. But they're all valuable. it will appreciate in value, and you don't want people fighting over it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, this may be somewhat off track, but I can tell you from a personal experience, my father passed away now about 30 years ago, but he had this chair at his desk that I hung on to, and I still sit on it, and it's just an unbelievable feeling that you have, that you still have a connection. And
Right.
those are treasures that in a family that's not, prepared when it comes that the person that passed away left it. Each individual may wonder who would that individual that passed away wanted to have that particular item. So,
well, you remember that commercial? You may recall the commercial. I don't even remember about it, but it was a cat. It was getting all of the man's will, and the cat sitting there talking, and one of those the people, rest of the family, standing around, they're very upset. The cat's getting everything, and the woman says, "Oh," one guy asked, well, "Who gets the beach house?" And the lawyer said, "Oh, that goes to the cat too." And the cat turned to him and said, "Well, you got the train set, didn't you?" I said, "Boy, that's perfect."
Well, speaking of wills, there's a living will as well. How about that? A living will as well, which is really different in the sense that it lets people know what your medical needs are in case you're unconscious or what have you. And then
yes, and you never know when that might happen too.
Right.
If your husband or wife, I would say your spouse is the next person to speak for you, but you need to have somebody designated to speak on your behalf, married or otherwise, and you need to let that person know, because if you go into a crisis, medical professionals are automatically going through the mode, do everything they can to save you. But sometimes you can't be saved. But they'll still go ahead and do all these expensive procedures and expensive equipment on you, and they charge for that. I mean, at the end of the day, when it's all over and they didn't save you, you'll get a bill.
Oh, that's
so
right.
You have to, you know that you don't want those things to take place. And like I said, I'm in the hospice business. So if you know you're transitioning, you just say, look, don't let, I go into crisis, and I will, because my people know that, nurses know that. Then tell them, don't call the ambulance, don't take me to the emergency room, because that's just a waste of time and money. Okay, just let me go transition peacefully right where I am. Don't bother with all of that, because you don't want to end up with a humongous medical bill at the end of the day.
Right, and a lot of people really are getting treatments that just keep them breathing, and they're really not living. And then the other...
And they're not living, they're not conscious, they're not aware of anything.
Right.
Why do that?
Right. And then the third very important document is the Durable Healthcare Power of Attorney, where you designate someone that can take over, that when you come to a situation where you're in dire straits, that this document, this individual can intervene and talking to the doctors and the nurses. I had that in my personal life, and it was really a real saver of a lot of frustration and being able to tell the doctor, no, this is what my mother wanted, and I had to show
Right.
the form. And that's what your book, Loose Ends, is all about.
Loose ends.
Right. And if anyone is interested, it's very nominal fee. Basically, it's like under $10, and plus the shipping. And then we're talking about health, also the importance of hanging on to a durable financial power of attorney, and that can be designated. And that's the wonderful thing about your book, is that it gives you a checklist of what you should do, and save so much frustration for your family, and also it's peace of mind that you know that you're really benefiting a loved one. And aside from the documents, you have got some really practical type of tips on how you can organize your important papers that people that care about you know exactly how to follow up. And we're talking
Oh my
simple.
goodness! These days with passwords all over the place, you really have to have put all your stuff in one place and some direction.
Well, if anyone is interested in more information and possibly having you as a speaker, the wonderful thing about Zoom now and webinars is we can arrange for you to interact with Dr. Andre Lee, and because of his prominence, he picked a state.
Mm-hmm.
He picked a state that rhymes with Dr. Andre Lee, and that is Tennessee. So, Dr.
Yes,
Lee.
absolutely. Thanks. I appreciate being on, but I hope somebody calls you too.
Okay, and I'll pass all that information on to you. God bless. Right now, we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back. Don't go away. If you are 50 and above, one of the biggest decisions aside from your financial situation is where and how you should live. Our professional staff at HOW, stands for House Calls on Wheels, is ready to help you if you call 888-489-8980 for a free consultation as to whether you should stay in your current home or renovate it with a customized healthcare suite in your attached garage. Yes, you can have living quarters healthcare suite in your attached garage, or we can attach it to your home. We can install ramps, walkways, and bathtubs, stair glides, and bring in insurance-covered medical staff that is covered by your insurance, or affordable non-medical help, or move into a senior apartment, independent, assisted living center. We can do it all, or just give us a free call. It has been wisely said that in life you feel in one of two ways. You do without thinking, or you think without doing. Please, let us help you do what's best for you to do at no charge. Just call 888-489-8980 and let us know what time we can call you or visit with you at no charge. Remember, asking for help is not a weakness, but it's a strength. Please call us at 888-489-8980 and let us help you stay strong and age in dignity. And we are back, and hopefully you are. Just a reminder, our toll-free number, 888-489-8980, is available to you for your medical and non-medical needs, and we connect you with the professionals that I personally use. Otherwise, I don't promote them at all. Tonight, there's a real phenomenal event at the Steinway Gallery in Commerce Township. It's up Maple and M5 North. It's a virtual presentation of where it looks like it's live, and you have some of the greatest pianists on screen. It's free to attend, and they give you wine and cheese as well. It's a fundraiser. So please call me if you're interested, and I wish I could tell you more about it, but you have to call me because I have to wrap up this segment with my favorite thought, which is yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. Please enjoy your present by looking and living life with the bright side of aging.